5 hours, 50 minutes. At the European container, 4 Canadians, Bart, Cosmo, Joe, and Penelope, admire their lethal handiwork. They are the victors and the only survivors of their recent battle with the Europeans. Dead Canadian and European bodies lie scattered all around. "And we sure as hell whipped their Euro-trash asses," Bart says. "Fucking footballing faggots." Cosmo mimics the dead Englishman. "It's football, mate. You play it with your foot. That's why we call it football." "Well, try and use your foot now, you lifeless fuck." He kicks the makeshift soccer ball towards the dead Englishman, then walks over to the European's blue case, kneels down and opens it. He picks up a wad of cash, smells it, then kisses the money. "Ain't that just the prettiest of things?" "Be sure you count every last one of those little suckers," Bart orders. "Looks like it's all here to me." "Cosmo?" "What?" "Just count the goddamn money." "Well, okay, but I reckon you're just creating me a whole bunch of work for a whole lot of nothing," Cosmo complains. "Hey, remember what I said?" "Yeah." "I said," Bart folds his arms. "I said, yeah, I remember." "What I said, Cosmo, is that I do the big picture stuff, which leaves you doing the small picture stuff, and that means checking shit, and counting the money is checking shit." "And I said it seems like a waste of time to me." "Nope, you didn't exactly use them words, and that is why I do the big picture stuff, 'cause I got an eye for detail and directing things. It's called having leadership qualities." "Hey, Bart," Joe asks. "What?" "What you want me to check?" Joe asks. "Oh, for fuck's sakes, just use your initiative," Bart shakes his head. "My what?" "Your initiative. Forget it. Just go check out the container." "Okay, Bart." Joe wanders into the container. Penelope follows him into the container. "Hey, numbnuts, help me with this," she says. They pick up a box of ammunition and carry it over to Cosmo and Bart. Penelope opens the box and pulls out a magazine and reloads her M16. Cosmo still counts the money. "About time Miss Prim and Proper over here stepped up." He points to Penelope. "As far as I can tell, she's doing diddly squat jack shit." Bart explains. "She is doing something. She's reloading. That's doing something. If she was standing there like a statue and not breathing, all still-like, then she'd be doing nothing." "Wouldn't be doing anything," Penelope corrects Bart. "What?" She shakes her head. "No, nothing." "Hey, Bart," Cosmo asks. "What now?" "If she's not breathing, she'd be dead," Cosmo says. "For Christ's sakes, just count the money and then we can get the fuck out of here." Cosmo finishes the count and closes the lid. "Done." "And?" Bart asks. "And what?" "How much?" 100 million. "Okay then, we're finally getting somewhere." Bart looks around at the dead Europeans. He laughs. "Shit, this was way more fun than shooting a forest full of mooses. Yes, sirree." "Hey, big picture man, it's moose," Penelope says. She walks over to Cosmo, picks up the case, and turns it on its side. "What are you talking about?" "The plural of moose is moose, not mooses." Penelope enters the numbers on the outside of the case into the remote control. "Whatever. How come you know so much about mooses, eh?" Bart asks. "Yeah, Vancouver City girl," Joe taunts. "Because, unlike you Saskatchewan Neanderthals, I have something called an education, and it's moose." She enters the last number, the remote beeps, and a second blue LED lights up the Canadians' collars. "Well, what about goose and gooses, eh?" Cosmo asks. "It's goose and geese. Geese is the plural of Oh, I can't believe I'm having this fucking conversation," Penelope says. She kneels down, opens the case, and begins to count the money. "You low on trust, lady?" Joe asks. "No, I just don't have a lot of faith in your ability to count above the number 10. "Is that so?" Bart shakes his head. "Well, shame your fancy education don't buy you shooting lessons, 'cause by my counting, you only got 2 of them, whereas the big man here," he nods towards Joe, "and I got myself 5. So don't be giving us any of that high and mighty college girl, I'm so educated, condescending bullshit. Right on, Bart. What you say to that, Miss Fancy Breeches? Cosmo asks. Penelope stands up. That makes 11. It sure does, Bart says. He puffs out his chest. There's only 10 in a team, you dipshit. Well, I definitely shot me 5. I'll make it easy for you, Penelope says. What's 5 plus 2? 7. And another 4? That makes 11, Bart says. Give the man a coconut, Penelope says. Hey, she's right. That makes 11. Cosmo looks puzzled. You think? Duh, Penelope says. I'll do us a recount, Joe says. Yeah, Joe, use your initiative, Penelope smirks. Joe counts off the bodies, using his fingers and thumbs on each hand. He finishes the dead body count. He looks confused. Well, Bart asks. I count 9, eh? Penelope laughs. Oh, no fucking way. Fucking way, I got 9. Oh, jeez, and I thought I was joking about you not being able to count above 10, Penelope says. We should all do a count this time, Bart says. The Canadians all do another recount of the dead Europeans. They finish the count. Joe says, I still got me 9. Me too, Cosmo agrees. Yeah, 9. Well, that's mighty strange, Bart says. Oh, fuck, Penelope exclaims. She grabs her M16. Bart and Cosmo scramble over to their weapons. The Canadians all raise their guns to defend themselves. They scan the bodies for any movement. On top of the container, Lola stands up. She trains her M16 at the Canadians. She coughs. The Canadians freeze, then turn toward the container and see Lola. Lola smiles at them. Hi. She fires 4 short bursts from her M16. The bullets smash into each of the Canadians. Their dead bodies spin around, keel over, and drop onto the salt pan. Thud, 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 thud. Small clouds of dust kick up as each Canadian hits the ground. Bye, Lola says. R.I.P. Canada.